Okay, guys. So I made an entire second part. I only realized for some reason this thing only recorded 10 seconds of it. So I'm going to recap a lot of insight. I'll try to touch up on again. I know that there were certain points that were really, really important that I wanted to cover. But maybe I can do it in a shorter time so I can do the announcements and not just run through it like I did in the last video. So, what I'm seeing here, you guys, is that uh, we have this energy of, let me get all these cards on. Okay, let me let me just fix this up. It's a mess when I do readings. What I'm seeing is that we slow down and focus our energy towards growth from the inside out. When we live life from the outside in, we will never be satisfied. It's just not a thing. We will never ever truly be satisfied when we try and let exterior things, define us and be in charge of what makes us happy. It's just not possible to live a fulfilling life in that sense. So I feel like this month we kind of get it. Something hits us. Something hits us really, really hard. And I wouldn't say that we're forced to go in and really do some work. I feel like it's more of it's time sort of vibe, because we learn to slow down and really check ourselves, check what's going on in there, because there are cycles breaking this month. I mean, I say cycles breaking this month, but it's been happening. I can't talk today, y'all. Sorry. But it's been happening all year, and particularly the past few months. A lot of us have been purging these old ways of thinking, thought patterns, behavior patterns. We've all been breaking them and doing good jobs. It's a good job. Well, you're doing great. Don't give up. I promise. It's coming. Your blessings are already here. But I did get these cards, and this is definitely something I want to touch up on. That and another set of cards that we got over here that I think was a really, really important message to tell you guys. So with this card, I love the Six of Swords card in this deck that I have, which I use all the time. And I feel like you have, or we, I should say, as a collective, have one or two choices. And that is, we move away from what no longer serves us, all these attachments of what we feel should have been, what we feel our lives should have looked like, and we move forward. If we don't, and we just turn our backs to what is no longer serving us and try to just continue living life the way we feel works for us, even though it's not working and it hasn't, it's going to bite us in the ass. Why do I say that? There's a snake behind her. So it's our choice. But I feel like a lot of us are done with the being comfortably stuck place that a lot of people are in. A lot of us are just moving forward and recognizing that, a lot of people kind of hate where they are in a lot of things, or they don't like their job. They don't, they don't even like who they are, but yet they're comfortably stuck. It feels nice. It feels familiar. And a lot of us are rejecting that. That's what I'm getting here. There was also a message of, please be aware of the community that you have around you. And I'm not saying that I'm not seeing anything of a menacing nature. I'm not seeing that people deliberately want to kind of block you from what you're trying to manifest into your life, this emotional fulfillment, this fulfilling life, and the steps to that. Because it is a process. This isn't all going to happen in October. So I feel like, especially with family, be aware of who's going to resonate truly with you. when you ask for advice. You're not meant to do this alone. We do need people to talk to us. We do need people to encourage us. We need people to love on us during these times, especially when we're diving in deep and we're really facing some real shit. But make sure it's your soul family and the friends that you know are going to encourage you on your level. Be aware of their intention, and so generally like open-minded people, open-minded individuals that like to expand on the way they think, like to expand on the way they live and live a full life, and whatever that means to them. But either way, they're just open-hearted, open-minded individuals, and that's who you need around you right now. Another point that I want to touch up on, this card, breaking the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future, this landed in the love zone. So I feel like some of us, particularly with singles and those of us who have been single for a while, that, you know, there are certain patterns that we need to be aware of and break. So I'll start with people who are in relationships right now. If you cannot be alone, if you for some reason always need someone by your side, always need someone's attention, you crave that love, and we all want love, but there is an unhealthy line. If you have not been able to just be by yourself and realize what that means, what makes you happy, what makes you you, that's a cycle. That's a pattern, and it's up to you to break it. Same with those of us who have been single for a while. We need to recognize, like, for example, I know that I had a friend who, I know what you're thinking, friend. No, seriously, I had a friend that, you know, they would try to start a relationship, and then they'd always find a reason to pretty much doom it before it even started. So we need to be aware of these cycles, and we need to be aware of breaking the cycles within ourselves that are out of fear, whether it's fear of being alone or fear of being vulnerable. And these are the things that's going to take some time alone, but not just some time alone, but inward work. I wouldn't necessarily advise singles to go out and try and start a serious relationship without figuring out the reason why it's so hard to come to that place of vulnerability within yourself. But this is a beautiful reading. We also have the card of being divinely guided. So trust that no matter what you believe in, trust that you are being guided by God, your spirit guides, your, you know, the divine, whatever resonates with you. You are not alone, and that this is a part of the process, and this is a necessary part of the process. And October is going to be a big month for that. Okay? So with that being said, really hope this video made it. But a couple of announcements. I will have an Etsy shop to start out with due to recent events. It will be in my blog that is coming out this month. We'll have a lot of cool stuff in there, not just readings. I'm going to do little readings until I can figure out what my schedule is going to look like. We're going to have like cute little necklaces like this in there. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff. So keep your eyes open for that. As well as just thank you guys for all your love and support. I get a lot of messages of people excited about what's to come. You know, YouTube is a thing. Yes, that's another thing. All the general readings will be coming out during Scorpio season, which is at the end of the month. So keep your eyes out for that. I will also I did, of course, a general energy reading now, but there's going to be an empath and highly sensitive reading as well. If you don't know what that is, you can look it up. I may have a couple posts on it, or I can make a video on it. Just let me know. But other than that, we're just starting this journey, and I'm excited to have posted this on here. But I love you guys, and lots of love. and I will see you next time.